Okay, this is chapter 4. We skipped chapter 3. Well, I mean, it's out there, but we skipped chapter 3. But we're on to chapter 4, and this chapter talks mostly about programs and apps. Now, this will be a lot of this stuff I'll be zooming through because it's just a long series of applications and a brief description of each of them. But we'll talk a little bit about this. So, again, a program. A program or software consists of a series of related instructions organized for a common purpose that tells the computer what tasks to perform and how to perform them. An application or app, sometimes called application software, consists of programs designed to make users more productive and or assist them with personal tasks. And then, so most of the times we talk about system software versus application software. And system software are things that actually do things with the computer. So they actually do things to control the computer. So a operating system is a kind of system software. It says an operating system is a set of programs that coordinates all the activities among computers and mobile device hardware. So this is a kind of a list of like different kinds of software. This is in the book, and I'll let you look at this. And we're going to go over a lot of these real quickly. But we're talking first about an operating system. The way to think about an operating system is it is the interface between you and the hardware. So it's a way that you can control what the hardware does. So as an example, like every time that I click, it's going to advance this presentation. If I right click, things are going to happen. If I hit print, things are going to happen. If I hit save, things are going to happen. So it's a way to make that I can control what the hardware does. So it says, so this is step one. An operating system user interface is displayed on the screen when the user turns on the computer. So this is like the desktop for when this looks like Windows 8. The user instructs the operating system to run an application, such as a word processing application, which appears on the user screen, and the user instructs the application to print the document. So here's what's going on. This user, this guy over here, decided he wanted to open up Microsoft Word. So he clicked on the link or the icon on his desktop or in programs or someplace that launched the Word program. So the operating system starts thinking, says, okay, this user wants to start Word. So what the operating system goes to the hard drive and starts pulling off the data that's required to launch Word. It pulls it into memory. Once it's all there, it executes the program and Word launches up. And so this guy is now able to see his document and he wants to print it. So he hits the print button. So now once again he's given the operating system a command. So it says, so what he's doing is he's telling the operating system, I want you to print off a copy of this document called Health Bits. And so it's like he hits the print button and says the application sends the print instructions to the computer's operating system, software which is running on the computer, and the operating sends the print instruction to the printer hardware, which prints the document. So again, this whole thing is the user interfacing with the operating system that makes the hardware do things. And this happens all the time. Every time you click, every time you drag, you're interfacing with the operating system that's causing things to happen. So just think about the operating system it's like an interface between you and the hardware. So now we're going to move on to productivity software. So the productivity software are things that actually accomplish a task. This productivity application can assist you in becoming more effective and efficient while performing daily activities, work, school, and at home. So we'll discuss some like these, a whole bunch of these. So just hold on. With productivity applications, users often, so just think about this as a PowerPoint presentation that you're going to create. You've got to come up with an idea about creating a PowerPoint project. So you create the project in PowerPoint, you edit the project, you format a project, you save the project, and you distribute the project. So you create it in PowerPoint, you edit it, you make it look all nice and pretty, you format it the way you want it to go, you save a copy of it so you'll be able to have it when you need it, and then you can distribute it either through handouts or actually give the presentation in class. Okay, so this is the start of a long list of application. Word processing software allows users to create and manipulate documents. So this is for this class, we're going to use Word, and here's one of the documents that we may mess around with later on. Clip art is a collection of drawings and photos and other images. So you can use clip art. This is right here is an image of a tractor. It actually comes from clip art. Don't worry about, that we're going through these pretty quick because we'll go through a lot of the important ones later on. Presentation software, we're going to be using Microsoft PowerPoint for this class. Here's a demonstration of a PowerPoint presentation, looks like a 5-slide presentation. This is when we get into one of the PowerPoint chapters, so I have us create this thing. Presentations allow users to create visual aids for presentations, communicate ideas, messages, and other information to a group. Then we have a spreadsheet. For this one, we're going to use Microsoft Excel. Spreadsheet software allows users to create, to organize data in rows and columns and perform calculations. And we're going to be creating this spreadsheet later on in one of the Excel chapters. And then moving on, here's the database software. We're going to be using Access. A database is a collection of data organized in a manner that allows access, retrieval, and use of that data. Database software allows users to create, access, and manage a database. For this one, we're going to use Microsoft Access. And again, this is another one of these that we're going to be creating later on. Note-taking software. Note-taking software is an application that enables users to enter typed text, handwritten comments, drawings, sketches anywhere on a page. Calendar. So this looks like this one we're using Google Calendar, and you can set up a calendar to keep track of appointments and things. This is a software suite is a collection of individual programs available together as a unit. So here's an example of a suite. One of the things that you can do is, as a Jefferson student, is you can download the Office suite. I have a video up that shows you how to do that. So you can download the Office suite, and it gives you access to Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Access, Word, OneNote, Outlook, and a bunch of other ones. So there's different suite software out there. Project management software is an application that allows users to plan, schedule, track, analyze events, resources, and cost of a project. If you become a project manager, you'll be dealing with Microsoft Project a lot. And you can have people on a team who can keep track of the different parts of a project. And you can keep track of how things are progressing. Accounting software is an application that helps businesses of all sizes record and report their financial transactions. So this is accounting software. Personal finance software. This is something like Quicken. Personal finance software is a simplified accounting application that helps home users or small home office users balance their checkbooks, pay bills, track personal income, expenses, verify account balances, transfers funds, track investments, evaluate financial plans. Again, like Quicken would be a good example of this. I'm not too sure which one this is using, but legal software is an application that assists in the preparation of legal documents and also provides legal information to individuals, families, and small businesses. My Attorney, Home and Business. Tax preparation software. So when tax season comes around, Tax Act, TurboTax, that kind of thing. The tax preparation software is an application that can guide individuals, families, small businesses through the process of filing federal taxes. Document management software is an application that provides means of sharing, distributing, and searching through documents by converting them into a format that can be viewed by any user. One of these things, a format that can be viewed by any user, something like a PDF. If you use Adobe Acrobat, that is a format that has become kind of a standard for viewing documents. Again, this is talking about enterprise or large organization commonly referred to as an enterprise requires special computing solutions because of its size and geographic distribution. So these are some examples of folks who may require enterprise type software. All right, these are some more specialized software, computer-aided design. You may have heard of this called CAD, software publishing software, or desktop publishing software, print imaging editing software, photo editing software, something like Photoshop, clip art image gallery. Don't buy this because pretty much every picture you could possibly need is out on the internet somewhere that you can grab hold of. Video and audio editing software. I'm using kind of a version of a video editing software right now to create this video that I'm going to be posting up on YouTube for you guys to look at. Multimedia authoring software allows users to combine text, graphics, audio, video, and animation in an interactive application. Website authoring software helps users of all skill levels create web pages that include graphics, video, audio, animation, and special effects with interactive content. So multimedia, you can use that to create multimedia type files. Website authoring software, you can use that to create your own website. I've used that a few times. It's actually pretty cool. Media player. This is just things that you can use to play media. Microsoft comes with a version of media player. It's Windows Media Player that you can do play videos, audio, those kinds of things. So if you plug in, a CD player or a CD into a Windows PC, it will automatically want to start using Windows Media Player to play that. Another one that you may use is iTunes. It's got a media player in it. Disk burning software writes text, graphics, audio file, and video files on a recordable, rewritable disk. So if you want to create your own CD, you're going to use some kind of disk burning software. Lifestyle applications, medical applications, entertainment applications, convenience applications, educational applications. So, like I said, whatever you need, there's an application out there that'll help you out with it. Again, these are more applications out there that are out there. We talked about a few of these last class: voice over IP, FTP, email, instant messaging, those kinds of things. Security tools. Now we get into some really important stuff. There's different kinds of firewalls. Windows comes with a firewall. If you have some sort of virus suite, it may have a firewall with it. Like on this computer I'm using, Norton's. Norton's has its own firewall that you can use as a software firewall. Now, if you have a router, you also have a hardware firewall. That's what a router is. It actually acts as a hardware firewall. And so what this does is keep bad stuff out and keep good stuff in. So that's the easiest definition of a firewall: bad stuff out and good stuff in. But Zone Alarm, this used to be free. I'm sure it still is a free software that's got a firewall with it. Antivirus program. Very, 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 very important that you keep this stuff and you keep the virus definitions up to date. Make sure that you keep a virus scan running on your computer at all times, because wherever you go, you're going to run into viruses, and I don't know of anybody who's never gotten hit with one. If you don't think you've gotten hit with one, you probably have. You just don't know it. And someday you'll find out that you did. But an antivirus program protects your computer against viruses by identifying and removing them on a computer, virus found in memory, on storage meter, or on incoming files. So this is the important part. It detects viruses even on things that are coming into your computer. So it will kind of wipe those before you even get a chance to do any harm. Really, really, really important. Like I said, I use Norton. Let's see if I can even find it. I'm going to open it up on my other monitor and bring it in. So like this is my Norton security, and it's got, like I said, it's got a few things going on with it. It runs a virus detection, identity protection, and it checks my performance on things. So there's a few things, and I can run different scans on this thing. Of quick scan, full scan. I can look at, any history, see if it's found anything. Doesn't look like it's found anything. It looks like, oh, firewalls, it updated the firewall. Anti-phishing definitions version of it. So see what this thing is doing is like, it's going through and it's like actually updating. It's updating itself. So it's like it's got new anti-phishing definitions. We'll discuss phishing later on. So it's allowing things through the firewall. And you see this is going on because this is just the 19th and that was yesterday. So it's doing some stuff. Look, it's blocked some sort of access. So these things are happening and I don't even know that they're happening. I don't know what this was, but like something tried to get through and the firewall said no. So this stuff is going on all the time. I mean, it's kind of, it's almost scary when you look at it. But this is really important. Keep your firewall, keep your viruses, make sure that you have some sort of virus definitions or virus scan running on your program, on your computer, and keep it up to date. Like I said, this is one of the cool things about Norton is it does update itself. I just hit this 30-day report. Well, it's a 30-day report. Here's what Norton did to protect you. 145,000 files scanned, downloads analyzed 2, quick scans, space cleared, so it's even clearing up some empty space, 187 file cleanups. So it's pretty cool. All right, moving on. So it's talking about spyware, and again, this is things that Norton is kind of protecting me of. Spyware and adware. Spyware is a program placed on your computer or mobile device without the user's knowledge that secretly collects information about the user and then communicates the information it collects to some outside source while the user is online. And then adware is a program that displays an online advertisement or banner or pop-up window on the web pages, email messages, or other internet services. Now, sometimes this is like really easy to tell, especially adware. When you get nailed with one of these things. One really good thing that you'll see a lot when adware takes control is something will happen to your search page. So as an example, if I went to Google, this is one of the ways I can always tell. This is what Google page looks like. Now, sometimes it may have some sort of like doodling up on here, just because Google will change their page sometimes. But sometimes it will look similar, but just a little bit off. Something just a little bit strange about the Google page. And what it is something has got a hold of your computer. And what it's done is it's kind of hijacked your search. So if you get something like that, there's a very good possibility that your computer's got some sort of virus or spyware or adware or something like that that's taking over. And so quite often what you need to do is just kind of like look, and it may give an indication of what it is that is taking over your search. And then you can actually Google that, and quite often you'll find a way to remove it. So just the best thing to do is to keep your virus definitions, your adware, and your malware, all that kind of stuff up to date, and that should help you with take care of that problem, so you don't have any issues with it. So this is where it's talking about a spyware remover and an adware remover. These are parts of like any sort of computer security system that you may have. Again, like I have. Norton's SystemWorks, which is kind of takes care of all of these things. So there's a lot of them that have a whole lot of different applications in it. Okay, these are some other things that you'll find that are out there, and a lot of these are included in the various versions of a browser that you may be working. Like one of the things that we have to do for this class is turn off pop-up blockers for the KCTCS website so that we can make SAM work. There are some other things that you can use, like some email programs will have anti-spam, the detect spam, web filters, internet filters, just things that you can use to keep bad things from happening to your computer. File and disk management tools. File manager, this is just something that keeps track of all of your files. Let's see if I can bring one up. So this is just something very, very simple. Like here's my computer. So I have a C drive, a DVD drive, and I have some sort of USB drive plugged into this thing. So these are like files. So this is just a file manager. This lets me search through the files and keep track of things, where I put things and all that kind of stuff. A file manager is a tool that performs functions related to file management. Search tool. Search tool is just like how you can search. Various different ways that you can search. Let's see, I can see if I can. No, it doesn't. I don't have a. Let me get something. Maybe I can find something over here. Oops. Let's break this down. Let's see. There's different ways that you can search. So here's a good example. Let me get the computer going again. Get this open again. So like one of the things that you can do, like for searching, is like if you're looking for a particular file, so you can search your computer. So like this would search everything. If I know that I have an application on my C drive, I can just click on the C drive and it'll open up. Now if I had, I can even more particular and dig down a little bit deeper. But like let's suppose that I know I have Word somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. So I can just type in Word. And what it's going to do is it's going to search my C drive. Like I said, this may take a while, but it's going to search my C drive and eventually find Word. Just different things, different files with Word installed, or with Word with the letters W-R-E-D in it. So you can see that I have a whole lot of them, and there's going to be more come in here all the time. So it's kind of a little bit hard to try to figure out exactly what you need. Let's see if I can find, because what I'm actually going to look for is Microsoft Word. It'll take a little while to find it. While that's doing it, let me go ahead and dig through some more stuff. Maybe I can come back to this. So this is like a disk management tool. Image Viewer is a tool that allows you to look at images. So if you have like pictures in a file somewhere, the Image Viewer is going to work for that. And Uninstaller is a tool that removes a program as well as any other associated file. Now the way that you remove a file with Windows is pretty easy. You're going to really just go to Control Panel. So I'm going to click on Start. We'll click on the Start button to open this up, and we'll go to Control Panel and open on a different screen. So here's Control Panel. And what I'm looking for is Programs. There, Programs and Features. And so now I can this is going to be a list of all of the things that are installed on my computer. And so now I can like click on something and uninstall it. So there's something on here I determined if I decide I don't need iTunes anymore, I can click on this and click uninstall. And that's the proper way to uninstall an application. Let's go back to we're still searching for Word. I'm sure we're going to find a lot of them. See, now these with the W, these are actually Microsoft Word files. So anyway, that's how you would do a search. Okay, disk cleanup. I'm not too sure I even remember how to get there, but let's see if we can figure it out. So a way to get the disk cleanup is it's a little bit harder because I'm using Windows 10. A lot of the times you can just, if you get a search bar down here, you can just search for disk cleanup or disk defrag. These are both things I'm going to cover here in a second. But here's how you get there. Here's a quick way in Windows 10 to get the disk cleanup. So I'm going to open up all apps. And I know it's under Windows Administrative Tools, so I'm going to scroll down to this. Here's Windows Administrative Tools. I click on this, and here's a whole lot of them, like disk cleanup and disk defrag. So I'll click on this and just show you what disk cleanup looks like. This is it. It's really, really simple. So it asks me which disk I want to clean up. So here's my C drive. I say okay. And then what it does is it goes through and scans. It says, okay, here's like the files that you can remove, and here's how much stuff you're going to clean up. So like here's things that I have out here. So like here's temporary internet files, download program files. I have nothing. Apparently I cleaned this thing up pretty recently because there's not a lot left in there. But if it says that the amount of disk space it will gain, I only gain like 272 megabytes, which isn't much at all, but that's what I can do. So that's disk cleanup. Okay, get out of here. Another one is disk defrag. Maybe it gets full screen again. Disk defragmenter. So what goes on is your computer, you'll see like this is the way your computer looks when it's brand new, but after time, your disk kind of gets fragmented. You have like parts of stuff here, stuff here, stuff here, stuff all over the place. And when your disk gets defragmented, when your disk gets fragmented, it slows down your PC. It takes things longer to run because hard drive's got to spin longer to try to find everything. There's parts of an application that's all over your hard drive. So what defrag does is it turns this back into this. So like here's all of one application and it's all together. So it's really fast for the computer to load. Like here's all of another one. It makes everything run just a little bit faster as far as this goes. So, and disk defragmenter is kind of, you do the same thing again. So go over here, all apps, scroll down to Windows Administrative Tools, and this is my option for disk defragment and optimize. So if I click on that, it's going to open this up and says that my disk is 8% fragmented, so it's not really bad. It says it's okay, but I can still defrag it if I want to. I can click optimize, and I can say, you know, it's going to go through and actually start running the defrag on it. And it can take time if your disk is really fragmented, but if it's not, it'll run through pretty quick. So I'm just going to stop this. Oops, the dog's barking. Be right back. I really wonder why dogs hate the mailman. But anyway, this is a defrag. So it's good to run that every now and then. And you can actually have it set up to where it'll run in the middle of the night. That's kind of the way mine runs. It runs in the middle of the night at like 3 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, because the chances are I'm never going to be up at 3 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, so I can run and it won't slow me down doing whatever it is I need to do. Let's take this back full screen. Okay. So that's talking about this defrag. Moving on. Screensaver is just something that you can have that'll run on your monitor. Like if you don't use your computer for a while, if you just have it sitting there, a screensaver will come on. They used to be to like protect your screens from being burnt, images getting burnt into your screen. This doesn't happen so much anymore, but it used to be a problem. But screensavers are still around just because people kind of like their computer to be showing something when they're not using it. File compression tool. This is another thing that we really don't use that much anymore. We used to, because the size of hard drives used to be a lot smaller than they are today. Now we got like terabyte hard drives, but not that long ago, you know, a 30 megabyte. In fact, the first PC I had was actually a 30 megabyte. Had a 30 megabyte hard drive on it, so it's like that's an incredibly small amount of space, far smaller than what's in an average thumb drive anymore. So we used to use a compression tool that would just actually shrink the size of a file on the disk. Problem is that really slowed down, because every time you wanted to read that file, you had to uncompress it, and when you're done with it, you had to recompress it. So fortunately now hard drives are so big we don't really run into that much anymore. A PC maintenance tool is a program that identifies fixes, identifies and fixes operating system problems, detects and repairs disk problems, and includes the capability of improving your computer's performance. Now again, I think my Norton, let me bring it up. Maybe it does. I don't know. It's like this one. It's been a while. Oh yeah, it does. So like here's my Norton security. Let's see details. Let's see what gets me close. Well, let's try this again. So it says I got some kind of performance issue I need to look at. It says your PC requires disk optimization to improve performance. So that's actually just kind of weird because that almost sounds like defrag. So it kind of looks like that's what it's actually doing is defragging. So I have like Norton's that actually runs a lot of this stuff for me. So moving on, backup tool. If you have files that you need to back up, you could use a backup tool. The thing about it is like you need to know what to back up. You don't want to back up your entire hard drive. You only want to back up things that are really, really important to you. Don't worry about backing up your entire C drive. What you really are interested in backing up are things that you cannot replace. Documents, pictures, those kinds of things. Don't worry about backing up like C program files because it's not going to do you any good anyway. Let me show you something. So like here, actually, let's just do it this way. So again, here's my computer. Let me show you where a lot of important files are going to be. C, users, and eventually you'll find your user, whoever it is. So like this is me, and this is my profile. So here are like a lot of the files that are going to be really, really important. Now the way this works is you have to remember to save things in these folders in order for you to back these folders up. But like my desktop, it has a whole lot of icons that I use a lot, so I may want to back that up. My favorites, this includes like links, bookmarks on IE or Firefox that I use a lot, so I may want to back that up. Music, pictures, documents. These are things that are hard to replace. So these are the files that I'd want to back up. So don't worry about backing up your entire hard drive. Just back up these files that are really, really important to you, like the ones that are in this folder. So just look at C, users, and then whatever username you're using, you should see it there. So this is really, really the important files that you need. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for this chapter. I think this is chapter 4. So see you again in chapter 5. Have a good day.